This is what happens when narcissists evolve into sociopaths. It's very dangerous. Hello everyone, welcome to the Narcissist and Karma channel. So everyone, it is undeniable that if we were to choose a single word to define ourselves, stagnant wouldn't make the cut. We yearn for growth as we age, expanding our horizons and deepening our understanding of the self and the vast world that surrounds us. The potential to broaden our horizons and embrace progressive approaches to self-improvement exists within each of us. Let us hope that this aspiration resonates with all individuals on this transformative journey we call life. This process is aptly termed maturation. However, it is important to acknowledge that narcissists are repelled by the idea of stagnation. Rather than developing in a healthy manner, they sink deeper into the abyss of dysfunction. It should be noted that narcissism lies on a continuum, much like any other personality trait, and we all begin at different points on this spectrum. The situation can worsen with time, raising serious ethical concerns when individuals leaning towards narcissism cross the boundary into sociopathy. To put it simply, sociopathy can be seen as an extreme manifestation of narcissism, distinguishing itself from the typical narcissistic traits we encounter. Reflecting on my interactions with various individuals, whether it be through work or personal encounters, I recognize that in each of their pasts, there may have been moments when they embodied reliability and upheld the principles of rules and stability. However, a sense of recklessness gradually takes hold, leading some to swindle others out of money, engage in sexually deviant behaviors, or simply indulge in momentary pleasures at the expense of others. Yes, I dare to make such implications. I employ the term sociopathic individual to describe those who are inherently self-centered and unscrupulous in their willingness to exploit and manipulate others. These individuals possess an insatiable thirst for power, coupled with a sense of entitlement and deficient social skills. Yet, there exist additional factors that propel them into alarmingly unhealthy territories. Various signs indicate an individual's progression towards developing sociopathic tendencies. Before crossing the line into full-fledged sociopathy, narcissists often adopt a mentality of disregarding rules altogether. Furthermore, they display not mere indifference, but a recklessly indifferent attitude towards the potential damage or consequences resulting from their actions. As a result of their intense desire for things to align with their desires, they may exhibit impatience, anger, and even rage when faced with any obstacle hindering their objectives. Due to their resolute willpower and ability to disregard their moral compass when it suits their purposes, individuals may engage in questionable and even illegal activities. While narcissists may exhibit dishonesty due to their inflated self-image, for sociopaths, deceit is intrinsic to their very being. Despite their charming facade, their intentions are sinister, as they readily exploit others to satisfy their hedonistic desires. Long-term consequences hold little weight in their decision-making process, as they blindly forge ahead without regard. So how does an individual already entrenched in extreme narcissism venture into the treacherous realm of sociopathy? The pivotal factor lies in their internal dialogue and how they rationalize their actions. Narcissists, for instance, can take a further step towards sociopathic tendencies by convincing themselves that they are truly different from the rest, asserting a level of extraordinary uniqueness. They firmly believe that their distinctive qualities warrant preferential treatment. They cultivate the notion that the rules imposed upon others do not apply to them, deeming those who crafted such regulations as foolish and arbitrary. They harbor an unwavering belief in their entitlement, viewing the very concept of enough as repugnant. Their mindset perpetually fixates on acquiring more, with little regard for the needs of others. They dismiss your boundaries as trivial and nonsensical, making a mockery of your preferences when you dare to voice them. A narcissist may justify their actions with a flippant remark like, "I crave a little excitement, there's no harm in that." While seeking enjoyment is a natural instinct, narcissists often do so at the expense of those around them. They perceive the suffering they inflict on others as mere collateral damage, conveniently dismissing its significance. To them, people are mere tools to serve a purpose. They exude charm and kindness until they extract what they desire, but their interest wanes swiftly, leaving behind a trail of apathy. Relationships come and go in rapid succession, for they are solely focused on self-gratification and harbor no motivation to compromise or collaborate with others. Let's delve deeper and boldly state that sociopaths and narcissists derive perverse pleasure from witnessing their victims writhe in agony. Referring to the suffering of others as a reflection of weakness fuels their cruel worldview. They find entertainment in observing others suffer, often as a consequence of their own ill-advised choices. Initially, narcissistic traits such as self-centeredness and a hunger for power may manifest in a person's early 20s. However, as time progresses, their rationalizations, appetites, and demands expand, propelling them into the treacherous realm of sociopathy. They unwaveringly pursue this path, caring little for the collateral damage they leave in their wake. If you find yourself entangled with someone exhibiting such tendencies, it becomes imperative to decipher their intentions. It is essential to recognize that these individuals are profoundly superficial. Despite potentially possessing high intellect, they lack depth when it comes to personal and moral aspects, the true meaning of life, and its purpose. Their immediate desires and cravings supersede all else. To the sociopathic individual, power reigns supreme. You are but a mere obstacle obstructing their path to absolute dominance, and they will bulldoze through anyone who dares to impede their progress. Their sense of entitlement inflates their ego, leading them to dismiss societal norms and regulations that diverge from their personal preferences. Furthermore, it is crucial to recognize that these individuals possess a distorted moral compass. While they may have a vague understanding of right and wrong, their indifference reigns supreme. Morality holds no weight in their decision-making process, as they are solely driven by self-interest, with no genuine desire to foster meaningful connections with others. Their relationships are transactional, forged based on perceived benefits to themselves. In your interactions with such individuals, how often do you find yourself pleading your case, desperately urging them to cease their odious behaviors? Do you ever feel compelled to remain silent, fearing the judgment of others? Or perhaps you have grown desensitized to the pervasive presence of sociopathy. It deeply troubles me how popular culture often glamorizes sociopathic conduct, celebrating acts of murder, manipulation, and exploitation. Has this constant exposure desensitized you to the horrors of such behaviors? Keep in mind that sociopaths, driven by their inherent narcissism, take pleasure in intentionally causing pain to others. In the face of such anguish, your task is to listen closely to the message conveyed by your wounds. Your suffering serves as your body's way of communicating that your current lifestyle choices are detrimental and should be discarded. It is rare, if ever, for narcissistic sociopaths to learn from their mistakes or make any meaningful adjustments. Thus, the responsibility falls on you to tailor your efforts and forge a fulfilling existence. If you find yourself in the presence of a sociopathic narcissist, beware, for they are as treacherous as an alligator. It is imperative to distance yourself from their influence. I sincerely hope that videos like this aid in your comprehension of the challenges you face. Some of you may be experiencing pain, and I urge you to attend to that suffering, following its guidance to a path that will ultimately bring you greater happiness. If you haven't already, I highly recommend subscribing right now, as more video content will be forthcoming. Please subscribe and show your support by liking this post. It is normal to feel overwhelmed by your emotions when interacting with individuals of this nature. Thus, seeking counseling can be a valuable resource if you find yourself in need.